Mythic Tyrant's Mythic Playthrough, New Alexandria, Part 4. So we're still battling the nice elites here. I'm not really sure how much longer this will actually take. Again, it's something I probably should have looked ahead on earlier, but oh well. So, while I've got no internet, I'm actually currently watching some movies. I got going through the whole Lord of the Rings series. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize, like, each of those videos is like 3 hours long, all 3 of them. It's like, good God. I mean, they're not bad, I can't say that. The first one was decent, just kind of starts off slow. The second one is meh. The third one I like because of the ghost army. It's like, you can't lose when you have a ghost army. You really can't. I mean, can anything even touch them? It's like they can easily just slice through everything and nothing can touch them from what I know. Except the one sword that what's his name has. I just didn't like the whole ending part. It's like, oh, throw it in the lava, Frodo. He's like, no, it's mine. Oh, shocker there. You got a hobbit that's holding onto a ring for however long it's been. The only thing I don't like about the movie is you can't ever tell how long it's actually been. It's like, you know, it's like the movie's based on a time where people will actually have to walk places or ride horses, and they're walking everywhere. So, you know, 3 movies, it's about 9 hours long. It's like, how long is that in movie time, though? You know, has it been weeks, months? I don't know. Which brings up another question. I was watching, what is it? The Mummy 2, the Scorpion King one. And it's like, you know, in the beginning of the movie talks about the Scorpion King, how he's going across the world, just, you know, killing everyone, dominating the world. It's like he goes against this, I can't remember which empire or whatever it was, and it's like, oh, they fought the battle for 7 long years or something like that. I'm like, bullshit. Like, I realize it's a movie and everything, but come on. 7 long years of fighting? Like, we're talking hardcore, you know, sitting there slashing throats. I mean, just pushing the limits of your body. You'd be exhausted within hours, and they're, you know, going on with, yeah, they fought this war for 7 years. Fuck that. I mean, the Scorpion King himself was in the front of his army. You're telling me he spent 7 long years in one area slaughtering an army, and then they still lost somehow? Bullshit. It's just bullshit. That's all there is to it. There's no way it's even more than a week. 7 fucking years. You're right. I wish the movie would have chosen a better length of time than that. Oh well. It was just something that bothered me when I heard it. I'm like, that's just a lie. That's all there is to it. Or like, the movie 300 did this as well. Where, you know, you got Leonidas. They sit there and fight, you know, the Persian army, and then they lose, and then when the guy that's, you know, narrating throughout the whole movie, and I don't know if the movie got the timeline right or not, and he says something like it's been, you know, a certain amount of time since Leonidas' 300 fought the Persian army. I'm like, how has it been that long? Seriously, how has the Persian army not gone through and flattened everything by now? So it took you guys this long to get up an army? Come on. I know you walk everywhere, but this is just stupid. By the way, we're getting to the concussion rifle guy. And speaking of time that doesn't make sense at all, I'm a big fan of Penn and Teller. Penn and Teller's bullshit. It's a great show. Anyone who hasn't seen that needs to see it now. And one of my favorite episodes is on the Bible. Just going through the Bible and picking out things that are just complete and utter bullshit. And one of them is the Moses and the slaves. And apparently, according to the Bible, they were in the desert for what do they say, like 40-some years or something like that. I'm like, bullshit. There's no way. Because they're like, there's no, as they said, there's no way hundreds of thousands of, slaves or something like that. I'm not sure how many slaves there were. So there's no way they wandered the desert for 40 years and, left no trace and whatnot. I'm just saying there's no way they wandered the desert for 40 years. 40 years? Come on. That's twice as old as me. What? Seriously? He's going to assassinate him? That's pure win. Nice. Yeah, anytime a movie or anything that says that, it's like, oh yeah, this army, they walked through a desert for 800 years straight, picking up people as they went. I'm like, shut the hell up. There's no way they lasted more than a year there. I know somebody will attack me for this. Like, oh, it's true. Nope, it's not true at all. There's no way anyone lasted for 40 years in a fucking desert, let alone slaves. They're probably already starving. So, getting off of that bad subject, let's move on to the game here. So we've taken out the awesome elite by assassinating, which, huge props to Tyrant for that. Again, I have not seen this, so that was just a complete shock to me. So, if you haven't seen the other parts, you should have seen them by now, but basically went through, killed some brutes, hit the jammer, came back, killed some elites, killed a concussion rifle elite. Now we're about to take the chopper off, and I wonder if he does the Easter egg. I hope so. That'd be cool. I haven't seen the Easter egg for... Apparently if you do this Easter egg, the Falcon turns into a Pelican, and a Banshee turns into a Phantom. I haven't seen that yet, so it'll be kind of cool. I don't know what he's doing right now. Waiting for... Maybe waiting for somebody to say something on the... I don't know what you want to call it, but... Anyway, so we're off, and this is the part where... It should be the last part where you have to take out these shade turrets. And like I said, this is the part that took us forever. And it was mainly because when we got there, like we'd be sitting there taking out the shade turrets, and then we'd have like 10 ghosts come after us. And, while we'd have the pilot, we'd have to tell the pilot, so this is when we were doing 4-player co-op, Legendary. We told the guy, we're like, dude, just you focus on the shade turrets, and the 2 gunmen will try to get rid of the Banshees. And it never worked. And what we eventually did is I eventually took over the pilot, and I flew around the best I could. And we eventually did get it. It just took fucking forever. Like, this is such a bitch of a level it was. But that did Legendary solo, and I just flew around and just destroyed all of them. I didn't have a single Banshee attack me. But this part's pretty easy. It truly is. If you're not doing co-op, of course. Co-op, I think, tracks more Banshees. But a big tip for co-op, I'm pretty sure you can do this in the beginning, or you can do this probably at any time. But I highly recommend doing it in the beginning. Actually, in the beginning you do get 2 Falcons, but you can probably get more. Just leave somebody behind. Like, I know there's a time where I died, I don't remember how, and they were lifting off the chopper, and I spawned, but they had already left, so I was like, what the hell? And then when they came back down, I teleported away to a random spot. And the place that they teleport you to, if you wait a while, they will bring you another Falcon, which is fucking awesome. I mean, they just bring you another Falcon. So I figure you might be able to get 4 Falcons if you do it right. Which, trust me, would be very helpful here. As long as you're not doing Mythic, of course. Mythic would kill you. But basically, there's a shade turret on like each of the fucking buildings around the Oni place. Which I find it funny that these buildings surround the Oni place just perfectly. But once you take out the shade turrets, then you will be hopping into the or you land on the building, and that's the end of the level. Very simply done. And then after this, I have to go and do the Pillar of Autumn commentary, which I'll probably save for later, because I am strangely tired. Try to make sure you're actually hitting the turrets. I spent a stupid amount of time shooting at a turret because I wasn't actually hitting it. Not to mention, I was constantly moving around. You want to be constantly moving on this level, or, you know, something will find and kill you. As you can see, he's got some banshees coming after him now. And those are, it's never fun, but he's got a couple of marines helping him out as best they can. So yeah, this is what... I'm not sure. Maybe it's if you take too much time to take the shade turrets out. Maybe that's when banshees start attacking. I don't know. But at this point, my falcon was not in the greatest condition. Oh well. But I do have a subject for next video. Actually, I probably touched base on this already, but we'll see how it goes. I just gotta remember this subject when I. Oh, right, this will be last video, but for the Pillar of Autumn commentary, this is what you guys would get, so... I just remembered this was the last part for this level. Oh well. Pillar of Autumn's got about an hour and 5 minutes or so it's gonna be 4 or 5 parts. And he does some pretty cool stuff in the Pillar of Autumn, by the way, guys. You get to skip quite a bit of things if you do it right. I didn't when I did my legendary, so I had to fight the... Well, I actually didn't have to fight the hunters. If you don't do what he does, you can actually still shoot out the windows at the hunter part and just jump through the window. But the hunters don't despawn; they'll just shoot through the window because Emil will eventually teleport to you. And the hunters are like, the hunters know exactly where he went somehow, so they start shooting through the window. They weren't happy with me, so I think we still have a couple shade turrets. We got at least one over there. And it looks like it's just that one. As you see right now, I'm pretty sure he's being chased, so he's trying his best to keep a distance. Trust me, the faster you can get this level done, the better. Most level after this, the package. Thank God I already did that commentary. It's a long... I hate to say it, but it's kind of a boring commentary, guys. He does some cool things, but it gets to the point where he's just kind of staying there and shooting. So, it's just a heads up for you. Might as well. I figure you'll watch this video before that one anyway. And if... oh well, never mind. This video's done. I'll see you guys possibly in the Pillar of Autumn, since I'm doing that next. Yep, so, see you guys later.